Hello, my name is Aviant. Today I am on the oldest community survival server in all of Minecraft, at least as far as I'm aware of. This server, I believe, is almost on its sixth year, and today I want to give you the history and show you kind of everything on here. So this world, I don't know, push F3 to show you. Take a look over here, day 300 or 31,322, and for the most part it's a pretty special world. There's a lot of history to it, there's a lot of background information, and today I'm going to kind of give you, I've got a little timeline too, kind of give you the full rundown of it and show you around of all the little cool details. So not only is this world kind of showing you around, but we're also looking for some people to join us. This world has different groups of people that come on over the periods of years, and there's a select few that get to come on here. So if you're interested in building big towns or something like that, or huge farms, etc., then definitely check it out. But this is the tour, and this will be a video of the entirety of Avians. Now you're probably thinking, let's start off, since I'm the person that kind of started this whole thing, you're probably thinking, oh boy, so you named a world after your YouTube channel. Well, to actually answer the first misconception you're going to have on that, this world actually came way first. So this is the original building. This is the very first building. That's kind of why we're starting here. And this was built almost, 6 years ago? So let's start off with a couple things. First off, this world was created in the early snapshots of 1.8. That means 1.7 was actually out. And a lot of this stuff hasn't stuck around though, as you can see. There's still a good bit of stuff down there that is much more newer. Some of the stuff has been updated, but we've tried to keep the same building pretty much how it is now. So you can pretty much go through, and then this building was kind of built as a reflection of this last one, and this was someone else's house. This is just a really nice little building that has pretty much what you'd expect. We got some chests down there and stuff, and for the most part it looks about what you'd expect. Nothing special, but nothing too crazy either. Let's head back out now. So, for the most part, I'm going to fly around just this town real quick and just show you around real quick. So, let's zoom out real quick. Let's just fly around and show you a couple things. So, I'm actually going to land up here. It's kind of a cool little thing. Let's show you around real quick. So starting off, this is the main road. This was the original road that was built back in 2014. This was a road that I guess you could say, well, it probably stopped right about there. So let's go over the buildings real quick. There was this building, and that building in 2014. Actually, these two right there. And I believe that mansion was also finished, as well as the windmill. But overall, this little group of buildings was all that was here in 2014. And so in 2014 we had a good bit of people that joined, and that was about it. There was no really big towns out elsewhere like there are now. There weren't any bases really elsewhere. This was just it. There's this little town right here. And so we had a couple people join. We had a few people that actually went all the way over there and built some stuff, which is still over there. I'll show you in a second. But for the most part, this little town right here was all that existed in 2014. So in 2015 came along. I built this little railroad station, which that's what it's supposed to be, and off in that way we started a little free build town. Since I've been doing most of the building around here, I kind of figured we should have somewhere else for people just to explore and build on their own. So let me switch this out real quick before I end up in trouble. So we go back over this way. Just have a little fun here. But back over this way is where the original free build town was, and this was a place where we had some of the very first people actually build their very first structures. So if you were to actually do your research, there's a channel before this that I actually had that was called Aviant Legacy, I believe, and it's actually where some of this stuff was built. Now this was, I think, in 2015 and stuff, where some of these videos were made. That was one of the first bases that was built not by me. That person has since I don't know, have not talked to in like 5 years. So it's definitely an interesting concept there. Let's head back over here real quick. And for the most part, everything you're seeing right now that's actually a Thanksgiving building from last year. That's much newer. So over this way, we have a lot of different stuff to talk about as well. So this channel originally actually got started out on this world. This is where a lot of the buildings were built. And so in 2016, before this channel was around, we finished up a lot of these little buildings right here, and we had a lot more people come in. There were maybe about 10 of us now that were building on here, but it's still, the size of this world was not that big. So in 2016. In 2016, we actually got started on doing a lot more building on this world, on this channel. So some of my streams, I believe the stream where I hit 200 subscribers, I built this lovely little hospital, and that's kind of what it was. And then we had another person built another base over there, and that actually was a buddy of mine, who I actually have recently come back into contact with, but he used to live in there. And then over here we have just some, I think that was supposed to be the courtroom, and there were just some other things that I've built over the years. There's a little like shop area down here as well. This was supposed to be the original shops. This was the, I guess, mansion, I guess the mayor's mansion if you want to call it that. Let's hop down here real quick. But the mayor's mansion was what you'd expect. It was supposed to be whoever ran the town at the time could live in here. And for the most part, this looks actually really nice, but it burned down completely because someone was AFK fishing. And that was actually the big rage when the world first came out, is that everyone was AFK fishing because it was such a good way to get all the cool new stuff that had just come out. And so that was that. That was one of the first buildings. And then everything you see here was probably before 2016. So what, almost 4 years ago. And then back over here now. And why there was a boat on top of here, I have no idea. But let's see what we got here. I didn't even realize I was walking into this. This is a little crazy. I think they're all just chilling out over there. Either that or I just walked over here and they all spawned. Who knows? We have it set on some pretty decent settings. But just get rid of some of these guys. Any more you guys want to show up? Oh, that was a nice shot. Okay, so this was the original church, which we kind of made like a little church down here. A little ladder and stuff to get down here. But for the most part, this was like one of the buildings that was probably took a year to finish. It was a big bit of time. And this was the original iron farm. This was actually a building that was built back when there was still there was just a few over here. And this one, actually the church was kind of half finished. But for the most part, the reason why this is so important, why this really hasn't changed, is because it's become massively outdated. But it was supposed to be designed so it looked like it blended in with the town, while also having a lot of room for the villagers and stuff to be in. So I definitely think it was worth keeping, just because it's part of the history. So then, after we had all these different buildings, we finally started expanding this way. And so, if we head up over here, we have one of the first industrial buildings. So this building over here was probably one of the very first industrial buildings that ever was built on here. We had the wonderful little town area, and underneath here we have some of the biggest and most coolest redstone contraptions that were built around this time as well. We have an automatic potion brewer. This was built by MC Redstoner, and I believe he passed away. But for the most part, this was specifically designed, actually I think he did this too. This is a bunny breeder. But he built all these cool redstone machines, and this whole little building was built around it. Also a slime farm was built, and the zombie wants to come say hello. And then over here we just have a lot more of the farms and stuff. In here there's an automatic cobblestone, or a semi-automatic AFK cobblestone farm. There used to be a bunch of sheep in here, and that was the whole little farm right there. This is a little fire, I guess it's supposed to be a fire station. After the building burned down, we built this just so we could have a little area where we brew some potions, which have also long since disappeared. But for the most part, that has been the fire station. And then this little building over here is supposed to be the horse stables. And as you can tell, this is a lot of different things that have been laying around in here, saddles, etc. As I said, all that fishing did a lot of stuff, and I gotta say, one of the few things I hate are these guys. And like, why is there so many mobs today? But here is the bookstore. This was supposed to be like a little bookstore where people can buy enchanted books from the fishing. It really never got popular. As you can see, we just built a couple things, and this Christmas tree I believe is from 2016 still. So this kind of concludes the area of 2016. Actually, this might have built this building and that building as well as that building were built 2016. So 2000 and well, actually towards the end of 2016, when this channel was actually getting it's really popular, we started to build a couple other big buildings. This building right here was actually a movie theater, which actually let's go check out. Let's see, I'm gonna have to face the skeleton, aren't I? Come on now, we can talk about this. So we basically just head over here now and take a look. So many mobs. Take a look at this wonderful little movie theater. So this was built, and we had a bunch of little, I guess, buildings and stuff. I think it was supposed to be like a theater, and we had a little watch area up there, and people would come perform. We did actually a little bit of skits and stuff on here on this channel as well. So this building was built probably 2018, so I wouldn't say anything, as well as the one behind it. This building back here was actually might have been built this year too. I think this was built earlier this year. It's 2019. And then over here we had a little area that was built 2019 as well. But for the most part, back over this way, we had, oh my goodness, why are so many mobs? But then over here we had a little boat that we built, and this was a little boat that was built over here. And oh, come on, stay still for you. Okay, this was the little boat that was built, and why are there so many mobs? But this little boat was built, and that's actually one of the original buildings as well, the skyscraper. But this boat was built. It's got some little features and stuff. The cannons actually come and move out and stuff, and there's a little underwater base. There's also a great gold farm over there that was like a big pyramid that we built. It's actually pretty nice, but it's a big old pyramid that we're kind of still never really got finished. It got started in like 2015 and it's still not finished. But for the most part, that is the little bit of this side, and there's a building that isn't even finished. Let's head over to the more modern stuff as well. So going back to 2016, we started this castle, which was just finished probably in 2017-ish. And this little buildings right here were probably some of the initial few. These were probably built 2000 and end of 2018, beginning of 2019. All these were built, and then over here is mostly all new construction because the server has been redone recently, and so therefore we have a lot more new stuff done. This is actually just rebuilt, and so this is all the little spawn area that's over here. And so if you're interested in joining, I definitely would recommend it. Here's some of the cool glitch chests and stuff that you get. This place has just gotten so much weird things to happen on it. The half door, by the way, in case you're interested in that, it does not use a button when you work on that. But for the most part, there is that. So let's head over to one of the most important parts of it, the Nether farm. Or not the Nether farm, but the Nether. Because the Nether has a lot of the cool little networks and stuff to show you some of the other towns. So, drop down here. That's actually probably something I should have shown you guys as well. Let's see, this is the little farm. This down here is the slime farm. This was built probably at the actually beginning, and there's a lot of cactus now because someone's modified this. Huh, odd. But over here, let's go to the Nether real quick. And this is the Nether. This is kind of the big area for you guys to take a look at. But this is where if anyone builds something, we're going to have a nice little network for you guys to, I guess, use a boat and stuff and get over there. So this will allow people that want to get places quicker, you can just use a boat to fly around here and get where they need to be. So that has been the spawn town. That has been my town. Everything you've seen so far has just been me in my course of these, I don't know, 6 years now. So that is just me. But let's show you some of the other people that have built some stuff. So it's not just me that's come on here and built my lovely little farms. It has been other people too. I don't know what happened there. It looks like it might have lagged a little bit. But for the most part, let's show you a couple of the other farms, or other bases as well. So this is the Unshaven base. Actually, I don't know. Let's use this, shall we? If I have room for it. Just slide around here real quick. Oh, really? We really made it so that you can't use this? Okay, that's good. Switch over here and check out the communist town. So in the beginning there was a couple other people that had built stuff. There was Mr. Unshameless, who has built a majority of this town. I'm going to show you around it real quick. This is his town as well. This is everything that he built in his little period, and as you can see, he's done his fair share. Lots of structures that some of them which have never been finished. Even a little town out here, a little something out here. This is kind of cool. Definitely could appreciate this a little bit more. Definitely a nice little base that's been out there, but as you can see, there's definitely a lot of cool little bases, and the town itself is actually still not finished, but you can see there's a lot of cool little structures over here and a lot of little bases, a lot of towns. Makes it look very big when it's not. And that is the entrance, but as you can see, he's trying to go for a nice little big city vibe. And there's a lot of cool things around here though. There's a lot of structures, a lot of walls, etc. Trying to just show off the cool little bits of this town. So that is the tour of this town. But there are other ones too. And I invite you to come on, because or at least to come on and apply, because there are a lot of cool little things that no one really knows about, and spaces that people have built that have stuck around. We also try to keep this pretty clean. We have some I guess core protect and some things like that and make sure nothing happens. But the goal of this is to have a place where people can build and come back in 10 years and all their stuff is still where they left it. So that has been the little tour of just two of the small towns in Aviance. If you want to come on and take a look at some of this cooler history and some of the things behind it, I'll post the link down in the description so you guys can check that out. And thank you guys very much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.